Okay, let's get this stash video started. Oh, that's good coffee. Ooh, that's strong coffee. I better be right back. All right, well, you know it's good coffee when you take 2 sips and have to pause your video. All right, so we did not do a stash ad for Christmas stuff because I was so busy and lots of stuff going on around here. So we're going to share what Santa brought us and Mrs. BG. Mrs. BG is also known as Santa. But yeah, first of all, we got this really sweet little Lego kit here. The architecture series. I've never done one of these before. These are very fascinating. And Mrs. BG, she and I both love the city of San Francisco. She has always loved going out there and visiting when she was, a lot younger. And not a lot younger, but, younger. And I grew up in the Bay Area, not too far from San Francisco, so I always enjoy the city too. And I remember hanging out there with my cousins and everything. It was long before this building was built, I'll tell you what. But Mrs. BG and I actually were engaged in San Francisco. That's why this is so special to us. And she got it for me for our anniversary, which is right around Christmas time. So this is really cool. It's got all the no, it's not the scale, but it's got all the famous landmarks that you want to see when you go to San Francisco. It's got the Golden Gate Bridge. It's got whatever the hell this bullet thing is here. It's got the Transamerica building. There's a graham cracker thing here. It's got the Painted Lady buildings that are ever so famous. And if we can not be blurry, Mr. Camera, thank you. That little brick there, that's supposed to represent a cable car. That's pretty slick. We got Fort Point right down there, a place I enjoy touring, and Alcatraz, the place that my mom always threatened to send me to. And I was like, bring it on. I don't mind going there. But yeah, I can't wait to dig into this one. She wants to build it together, so we need to find time to put all that stuff together. It's going to be lots of itty bitty little pieces. And then we got this guy here, Flame Toys, Flame Toys, Ultra Magnus. This is like Optimus Prime's brother. So here's Prime. Here's he's actually bigger than I thought he was going to be. And I think Ultra Magnus is actually bigger still. So that's going to be awesome. I had the Ultra Magnus toy when I was a kid, and I did not know I was getting this for Christmas. So when I opened this up, I was like, oh, man, I should be building this one as well for the Clone and Toy group build. But again, we want to have a lot of fun with that stuff. My extended family, my aunts and uncles and stuff like that, we decided to do a kind of like a Christmas gift exchange that was proposed by one of my cousins, which was a great idea, especially for nowadays since we couldn't actually meet for Christmas and that kind of thing. So we did a gift exchange. And what's funny is I actually drew my sister as a name, so I was her Secret Santa. But my Secret Santa was my Uncle Alan. He and I, along with my Uncle Dennis, but he and I basically have shared an affinity for Corvairs because he had one many years ago. And so did my dad, and I did too. But he got me this kit here, which I have had my eye on for forever. So he didn't know this kit was actually Corvair based. It was just something I'd put in the suggestion box. And when I opened this up, we did a Zoom meeting so all of us could share our openings and stuff. And when I mentioned that this was actually Corvair powered, he was like, "That's pretty awesome." He's like, "I didn't know that, and you have 6 weeks to build it." So I was like, "Oh, okay, let's get on that." And then for the cut to grass, we have something that Mrs. BG was very excited about getting me, and I was excited about opening because it was a big box and very heavy, and that's always going to be fun. It was a big box of lead. No, I'm just kidding. It's this dude. It's the Ladder Chief kit. Oh boy, I tell you what, it's been a long time since I was 5 years old. And that was the last time I got a fire truck for Christmas. So this is awesome. And yeah, it's an AMT, whatever. I don't care. This is a beautiful kit. It weighs many pounds, untold pounds. And I can't wait to dig into this thing and start building it. I have this guy. I have the Aero Chief. Sure, we'll go with that. I have the Aero Chief. And then I also have the pumper, and I have the rescue van. I bought that off of Neiman Chambers way back when. So I'm like, you know what? All I need is the fire chief car, and I think I've got the whole fire set. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, cool. Well, there's that. But yeah, Christmas was really good. Mrs. BG was very good to me, and I was very good to her too. We got her all kinds of cool things, and it was just a really nice morning. We woke up nice and late. Because we were up, watching Christmas movies and stuff to the break of dawn nearly. Got up nice and late, made some coffee, and then put on some Christmas music, and then sat down and just started opening presents. And then when our friend and his brother came over for dinner, we we didn't clean the living room. We had wrapping paper all over the place. I'm like, I haven't seen a living room this destroyed since I was a kid. So it was really kind of nice to kind of see that. Mrs. BG and I don't have kids, but you wouldn't know that if you were to take a tour of our house. And no, not because it's messy. It's because it's full of all sorts of nostalgia stuff. So there we go. While I have your attention, I wanted to show off something that I'm kind of actually proud of. I invented something. This is my wheel sander. So it's a piece of bar stock cut off with a motor tool, and then a couple of nuts pinching. Giggle if you want to. A couple of nuts pinching these washers here in place, and then a wing nut at the end that's easily spun off. And then these two different washers here. We have two different washers on there for the two different size tires that we can put on there. But these are the tires from the Jeep kit that we're working on right now, and they just sandwich on there. It's a sandwich. They sandwich on there like that, and then we put on our wing nut. You'll have to forgive me. I'm not very left-handed these days. I refer to my left hand as my dumb hand. It's just there, like Lenny from Mice and Men. Ooh, I can do strong things. All right, cool. So clamp that down a little bit. It kind of makes the tire squish out a little bit, so it's actually easier to stand. And then stick that into the power drill, and then put some whatever grit you have. I have like 80 grit right now. I was using for these rough tires, for these off-road tires. But away you go. And I made all this with just a few dollars of parts I got at the hardware store. So that was a lot of fun. So that gives you an idea of what you can do. I did make like a proof of concept out of some junk I found in the garage, and I thought I could do a better job of that if I actually go to the hardware store. And I was at the hardware store, and I thought, actually, I did a pretty good job with the junk I had. so I bought like the wing nut and some nicer looking washers, because the ones I had were all rusty and crusty and stuff. So there we have it. All right, guys, there is our Christmas stash update. I hope you all had a great Christmas. I've been watching videos and stuff, and you guys seem like you have, most of you. And well, we appreciate all the views and all the comments and stuff, and we'll talk to y'all later on. Bye now.